Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet these really fun spiral granny squares. Now they look amazing when worked in two colours like my black and white ones here, but they look equally fantastic when using 4 different colours. Now this granny square lies completely flat so we can avoid the puckering in the middle that some spiral grannies get just by a few slight tweaks with the stitches that we start with. I'll take you through step by step exactly how you make these granny squares. So let's jump straight on in. For my spiral granny, I used 2 colours, black and white. Now I actually used 4 balls of yarn. So I had 2 balls of black yarn and 2 balls of white yarn to make this. Now for your very first spiral granny, I would advise using 4 separate colours. That way you can see how the spiral is constructed without getting confused just using 2 colours. Once you have got your practice spiral granny out of the way, it makes the 2-coloured spiral vastly easier. So have all 4 colours ready and available. To begin the first round, we're going to make a magic ring, and then we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Then using the pink into the magic ring, we're going to work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then a double crochet. Then lift up a really long tall loop and take your hook out. Get the next colour, for me that is going to be yellow, and pop a slip knot onto your hook. Now pick your magic ring back up and we're going to work a standing single crochet into the magic ring. So here is the double crochet that I made in pink. Right next to that, pop your hook into the magic ring and draw up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through both those loops, and you have just created a single crochet stitch. Then in yellow, work a half double crochet stitch, work a double crochet stitch, and just as we did with the pink, lift up a long loop, take your hook out and place it down. Get your next colour, for me that is blue, and we're going to do the exact same thing again. Pop a slip knot onto your hook, pick your magic ring back up, and after the last yellow stitch, insert your hook into the magic ring and draw up a loop. 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both of them, and you've just made a standing single crochet. Now put the tail of that towards the back just so it's not in your way. And into the magic ring, in blue, work a half double crochet and a double crochet. Lift up a long loop, take your hook out, place that down, and grab your last colour. For me, that is white, and do the exact same thing again. Slip knot onto your hook. After that blue stitch, into the magic ring, insert your hook, draw up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, standing single crochet made. Then work a half double crochet, a double crochet, lift that loop up nice and long, and your first round is complete. Now before we go any further, we can pull the magic ring closed a little bit, but you don't need to worry too much at this stage. We'll close it fully once we have finished the spiral. For round 2, we're going to start with our pink. This was the very first colour we started round 1 with, and now we're going to start round 2 with it. So pop your hook back into that long loop and pull it back down. Now we're going to work into these 3 yellow stitches. Into the single crochet, the yellow single crochet, we're going to work 2 half double crochets. Now when you make your first one, you want the yarn over to be in front of the slip knot you made for that standing stitch. That's 1 half double crochet and work a second one into that same stitch. Then into the next stitch, so into the top of the yellow half double crochet, we're going to work 2 double crochet stitches into the same stitch. 1, 2. Now we reach this yellow double crochet with the stretched loop. Pull the loop out of the way, so I'm pulling it a bit taut and out of the way, and into this very last yellow stitch, we work 2 double crochet stitches. 1, 2. So you can see I'm holding the loop of the yellow stitch just out of the way. Then lift up a long loop, take your hook out, and put the yellow loop back on and pull it down tight. We're going to repeat those last 3 steps into the blue. So into this blue single crochet, we work 2 half double crochets. Remember to have your yarn in front of the slip knot. So a half double crochet and another half double crochet into that single crochet stitch. Hold that loop out of the way if it's getting befuddling. You've got 2 more stitches. Into both of those, work 2 double crochet stitches. That's 1, 2. And then into that last one, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Lift the loop up, take your hook out, put your hook back into the blue loop and pull it down snug. Now we're going to do the same again, working into these white stitches. So 2 half double crochets into that white single crochet. 1, 2. 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2. And then 2 double crochets into that very last white stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to lift up the loop, take the hook out, put the white back, pull it down snug. And we're going to work into these pink stitches. Now into the single crochet, work 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Then into the next stitch, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Then into the next stitch, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Lift that loop up. And round 2 is complete. Now if you're getting a bit tangled here at the back, rotate around to untwist those yarn strands. So we've worked 1, 2, 3, 4 sections in round 2. Now we start round 3 with the pink again. So put the pink back onto your hook and we begin round 3. For round 3, we're going to work our stitches over 6 stitches. So there's 6 yellow stitches, 6 blue stitches, 6 white stitches, and 6 pink stitches. That's how many stitches we're going to work into for round 3. Watch yourself when you do this very last section, because as we start the round, we increase the visual of how many pink there are. So please pay attention to the count for each section, and so you don't accidentally continue working around. So for round 3, we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then into the stitch after that, we're going to work 2, so an increase. 2 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2. Then we're going to repeat that 2 more times. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets, increase, and an increase simply means 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and then again double crochet followed by an increase, so 2 double crochets in that very last yellow stitch. So we have just worked over 6 stitches. Double crochet, increase, double crochet, increase, double crochet, increase. Lift your hook up, take it out, and put the yellow back on. We're going to do the exact same thing into these 6 blue stitches. Double crochet in 1, 2 double crochets in the next, so increase in the next. 1, 2. Repeat that 2 more times. Double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the stitch after that. 1 and 2. Then one more time, 1 double crochet followed by 2 double crochets. Loop up, hook out, blue on, and pull that back down taut. Same again, double crochet in the first stitch, 2 double crochets in the next. Double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the one after that. Then one more time in those last 2 stitches, 1 double crochet followed by 2 double crochets into the last one. Loop up, hook out. Put the white back onto your hook and pull it down snug. Now the white always signals the end of the round, and because we start with the pink, we have more stitches because this is where we started the round. So be careful to just work into 6 stitches only. Don't keep going around all the pink. Into the first stitch, 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, 2 double crochets. Then repeat that just 2 more times. 1 double crochet followed by 2 double crochets. Then one more time, 1 double crochet followed by 2 double crochets. You've worked over 6 stitches. Now stop. Do not continue into the remaining pink stitches. The third round is complete. So lift your hook up, drop the loop, and we're going to return back round to the pink. The pink is always the start. Again, if you've got tangled, just spin it around till all your threads lie neatly back in place. For round 4 is the last of these spiral rounds. So pop the pink back onto your hook. And this time we're going to be working over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. Into the first stitch, work 1 double crochet. Work 1 double crochet into the next. 1 followed by 1. Then into the third stitch, work 2 double crochets. So an increase, 1, 2. So the pattern for this 4th round is double crochet, increase. So we're going to repeat that last little section 2 more times. 1 double crochet, followed by 1 double crochet, followed by an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. 1, 1, 2. Then into these last 3 stitches, we repeat that again. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Loop up, hook out, put the yellow back onto your hook and pull it down taut. We're going to repeat this again. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Two more times. 1, 1, then 2 stitches into the same place. Again, into these last 3 blue stitches, work 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and in that very last stitch, we work 2. 1 and 2. Loop up, hook out, put the blue back on your hook, pull it down taut, and now we're going to be working over the white stitches. So 1 double crochet in one stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 2 double crochets in that next stitch. 1, 1, 2. Repeat that 2 more times. 1, 1, 2. Then over the last 3 stitches, the same again. 1 double crochet, followed by another double crochet just on its own in the next stitch, and end with 2 double crochets into that last white stitch. 1 and 2. Loop up, hook out, put the white back on and pull it down. Now for the end of this round, we're only working over the next 9 stitches, not all of them. This is where you can go really wrong at the end here. We're only working over 9 stitches, not all of the pink stitches. So we're going to work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the stitch after that, 2 double crochets. Then 2 more times. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. One more time. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and end with 2 double crochets. Leave the rest of the pink stitches unworked, loop up, hook out, untwist if you need to at the back. Oh, I untwisted too far, there we go. So everything is nice and separate at the back here. And that was the end of round 4. Here is how you should be looking. And for round 5, we're going to begin squaring off. So again, because we start with a pink every single round, we're going to start with a pink again, put the loop back on your hook and pull it down taut. Now in the next stitch, we're going to work a treble. So yarn over twice before you begin the stitch. Then go into the stitch and draw up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2. And then yarn over and draw through those final 2. It's a very tall stitch. Into the next stitch, we're going to work that again. So another treble, so yarn over twice before you begin the stitch. Go into the stitch and draw up a loop. 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through those final 2. Now chain 1. And into the next stitch, we're going to work another treble. So yarn over twice, go into the stitch, 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then into the next stitch, we're going to work one more treble. So yarn over twice, go into the stitch, draw up a loop, you've got your 4 loops, then work them off 2 at a time. Treble, treble, chain 1, treble, treble. Now in the next stitch, work a double crochet. In the stitch after that, work a half double crochet. In the stitch after that, work a single crochet. And then in this very last stitch, we're going to work a slip stitch, but keep it quite loose. Then cut your yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in, and gently, because we don't want to pull this slip stitch too tight, gently lift that yarn tail up and out. So you've got a nice loose slip stitch that matches the tops of the other stitches. If you pull that too tight, you're going to shrink this down and it's going to be a nightmare to work into on the next round. So that's the pink done away with. We're down to just 3 strands attached. Moving on to the yellow, pop that colour back onto your hook and we're going to repeat that same sequence again. Treble crochet in the next stitch. Treble crochet in the next. Chain 1. Treble into the next stitch. Treble into the stitch after that. Then double crochet into the next stitch. Half double crochet into the stitch after that. Single crochet in the next stitch. And then a loose slip stitch into that final stitch. Cut your yarn and gently pull that tail out so you don't crunch up this slip stitch. Then moving on to the blue, so your third colour, put it back onto your hook and pull it down nice and snug. We're going to repeat the same thing again. Treble in the next stitch. Treble into the stitch after that. Chain 1. then treble into the next stitch, and treble into the stitch after that. Then double crochet in your next stitch, half double crochet in the stitch after that, then single crochet in the next stitch, and loosely slip stitch into the next. Cut your yarn, leaving a long tail to weave in, and gently pull it up and out. Then we only have one colour remaining, so your fourth colour will still be attached, and we're going to repeat that one more time. Treble into your next stitch, treble into the stitch after that, chain 1, treble into the next stitch, and treble into the stitch after that. Then double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and loose slip stitch. Cut your yarn and gently pull that out. So the next 2 rounds are these thicker border squaring off rounds. So you want to decide which colour you're going to use for this thicker border around your square. So you can clearly see what I'm doing. I'm going to finish my last 2 rounds using yellow. So with your chosen colour, pop a slip knot onto your hook and choose any of these chain 1 spaces in between your trebles that you made. Any one of these chain 1 spaces. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this blue one. And into that chain 1 space, we're going to work a standing single crochet stitch. So just insert your hook into the chain 1 gap, pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through both loops, and you have made a standing single crochet stitch. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and working back into that chain 1 space, work 1 more single crochet. This forms your corner. Now working along the side, you have 6 stitches in blue. You've got a treble, a double, a half double, a single, and your slip stitch. We're going to work into each of those first 6 stitches. We're just working with single crochets for this round. So if you have covered up the top of that treble with your stitches in the corner, scooch them around a little bit, work a single crochet into the top of the treble, into the top of the next treble, into the top of the double, into the top of the half double, into the top of the single, and then we're going to work into the slip stitch. Now take the tail from your slip stitch and pull it away in this direction, and you will clearly see that little gap underneath it. That's where we're going to work a single crochet under the slip stitch. So we have worked 6 single crochets along the side. Now we're going to work our next single crochet into the top of the stitch that you slip stitched into. So working back down into the next colour below, where you slip stitched, work a single crochet in there too. Now you can carry this coloured yarn from your slip stitch tail along the back of the work. And we have 6 more stitches left on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before we reach the next chain 1 space. We're going to work a single crochet into the remaining 6 stitches, and I'm also crocheting over this tail at the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you worked into 6 stitches, including the slip stitch, then into the same spot as the slip stitch, and then 6 more stitches after that. So we have 13 single crochet stitches along the sides. Then when you get to your chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 more single crochet back into that same chain 1 space. I'm going to drop this blue tail that I've just crocheted over at the back, so I have enough to weave back in the opposite direction at the end. So working along the second side, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to work into the tops of these 6 white stitches, then into the same stitch as your slip stitch, and then the remaining 6 stitches again. So you're going to work 13 single crochets. The first 5 are really easy to spot. So in the top of the treble, in the top of the next treble, in the top of the double, in the top of the half double crochet, and in the top of the single crochet. Then we need to find our slip stitch. Here, the 2 loops, work a single crochet under the slip stitch. That's your first 6 stitches done. Then work a single crochet into the same stitch that slip stitch has been made. So work down and into that slip stitch. That's where you work your 7th single crochet. Now we have just 6 more to work into, so 6 single crochets to complete this side. Then you'll be at your chain 1 corner space where we form a new corner. So 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet. We're going to repeat this again, working along the next side. We're going to single crochet into the top of the 6 pink stitches, which includes your slip stitch. Work your 7th single crochet into the same stitch as your slip stitch, and then work a single crochet into the remaining 6 stitches until you hit your chain 1 space. Once you get to your chain 1 space, we're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 more single crochet. Then we have just 1 more side to go. So we're going to do the same thing again, working 13 single crochets along the side. Then we will be right back to the very beginning. So here is our standing single crochet of that round. So to end, we're going to slip stitch, bring your yarn over in front of the slip knot of that standing stitch. And that is round 6 complete. For round 7, this will be your final round. We're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and work a half double crochet into that same stitch. Then you will be immediately at your chain 2 corner space. Into your chain 2 corner space, we're going to work 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 half double crochets all into the same chain 2 space. That forms your new corner. Now you will have 15 single crochets to work into along the side. So work 1 half double crochet into each of those 15 single crochets from the round below. Then when you reach your chain 2 corner space, form a new corner. So 2 half double crochets, chain 2 and 2 half double crochets all into the same chain 2 space. Then again, work 1 half double crochet into the top of each of your 15 from the row below. In your chain 2 corner space, 2 half double crochet, chain 2 and 2 half double crochets all into the same spot, and then work 1 half double crochet into each of the 15 single crochets along the side. Then we're at our final chain 2 corner space here. And for this final side, we already have 1 half double crochet that we worked right at the beginning. So half double crochet in the next 14 stitches only. Once you have created your 14th half double crochet, to finish this round, we're going to find the top of the half double crochet you started with. So ignore the slip stitch, ignore the chain 1, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of that actual stitch. Then chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a long length to weave in, pull that up, out and tight. And then we can actually close up the magic ring at the back. So you're looking for a pink tail. Pink is the color we started with, so that will be the color of your magic ring. And you can go ahead and pull that closed. So we've closed it up in the center. Now you can go ahead and pull your spiral granny, just pull it into shape a little bit, especially if it's your first one and you've been concentrating on your tension. It might be a little bit wobbly, but don't worry, it does square off nicely and flatten out. And your spiral granny square is complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you've now got the basics of how to do the spiral so that you can now mix it up and do just 2 colors. The effect of 4 colors versus 2 colors is quite different, but it's exactly the same pattern. So have fun spiraling your grannies, and until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.